Let's talk about NAV Business Boost. And this is an in depth review. I mean, NAV Business can do a lot of things for you. The Boost program is kind of cool, but a lot of folks have no clear idea about what we're talking about when we actually talk about the NAV Business Boost. So, into this conversation, I want to go a little granular here. I want to dig deeper so you can have a clear understanding. Okay. So, here is the overview that you need to first understand. So, when we talk about NAV, we're speaking about a platform that does a lot of things. Okay. So they are an online platform that offers business credit building with trade line reporting and monitoring services for small businesses and also mid-sized businesses for that matter. And they do this from four major credit bureaus. We're speaking about, the top three, of course, but also SBFE in some cases. So you have Dun& Bradstreet, you have Experian and Equifax, as well as the other players, including SBFE. So with the help of its business credit builder, your business will be in a better position to qualify for funding options at favorable rates and terms. We're speaking about business loans. We're speaking about business lines of credit, equipment financing opportunities, merchant cash advances. You have invoice factoring and so on and so forth. So along with NAV's credit builder, its credit monitoring services allow you to check an updated version of your personal and business credit reports every month and alert you of any changes to your credit profile. So this feature allows you to promptly identify and dispute inaccuracies, inconsistencies, and fraudulent activities that negatively impact your report. Okay, so this is kind of cool because think about NAV as your intel, as your private intel officer, intelligence officer that tells you what's really happening in terms of your business credit and your personal credit. So if you're having issues raising capital or getting better terms on a business loan, NAV can help you improve your chances by increasing your business credit. Okay, so let's talk about NAV business credit building and monitoring. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a good pleasure to have you here. And I want to quickly give you the pros and cons of the NAV Business Boost. Pros: you have personal and business credit information. The program provides identity protection, and you also have a great online credit education resource. What about the cons? Well, there is no free trial in some cases, okay, and you also have 2 or 3 bureaus for personal reporting. They don't actually depending on the state you are actually you're actually hailing from. You might not have all the 3 bureaus covered, okay, either on the personal side or on the business side. So NAV is really great for building business credit and for accessing 24/7 credit alerts. Let me talk to you about the features that you really need to know about NAV so you have a better idea about this particular provider. So first of all, I just want to say that NAV is located in Utah, okay, in Utah. And the thing is that when we talk about the credit bureaus, so NAV will actually help you better your business credit by understanding your business credit reports and scores from Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. So the top 3. And in some cases, they will help you also look into what's available for SBFE. But this is on a case-by-case basis. That's for the personal side. That's for the business side rather. On the personal side, they will actually look at the credit bureaus like TransUnion and Experian. Now they do in some cases help you with Equifax, but that's not really they have not been able to roll that out nationally yet. And in terms of the credit report frequencies, they actually look at monthly. Okay, in some cases they'll do quarterly, but it's just a lot better to do monthly. If you want them to do on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, they could do it for an additional fee. They have to set you up on a different level here. In terms of so personal credit scores is available. So a personal credit score is available through NAV. You can see your credit score on but see, the thing is, you don't have to pay for this because if you take a regular credit card statement, you can get that data, from Chase, from Citi, all the credit card issuers nowadays, all the way to Navy Fed or to PenFed. They offer that service where you can actually see your credit score for free, your personal credit score, that is, okay. But your business credit score is another thing. So NAV offers that, and you can dispute credit errors. You can check for identity theft, okay. In terms of fees, it really depends. So they have the business boost, they have the business loan builder. We'll talk about the pricing later on. But there's no free trial on most cases. Okay. Uh, by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we talking about here? We're having an in-depth review of NAV Business Boost. All this program, this wonderful program that we believe that NAV is offering, that will help you actually build business credit, and in some cases really polish up your personal credit and reports. Now, in terms of pricing, it's really important. I'm actually showing you the pricing on the screen here. It's really important to understand that. So the pricing you can see on the screen, on the screenshot, what the pricing is all about. But it's really important to, and we're gonna leave the screenshot on the screen. We're gonna leave this pricing picture on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But it's important to understand that beyond the pricing, before you actually sign up for NAV, don't just look at the pricing, because if you look at the pricing, you are going to have the wrong calculation here. Because the most important thing for NAV is not just because NAV is providing a service that allows you to prevent. It's not about curing something that has already happened. No, you are preventing issues. You are improving your business credit score. You are improving your personal credit score. You are identifying issues before they actually become bigger. You identify issues when they're small. You can file disputes. You can actually correct the derogatory items before they become big. So the question is, how much is that worth for you? Is that worth $39, $49, $59? The peace of mind, or what we call in economics, the opportunity cost. This is what you need to think about. Like if you were to apply for a business loan and you are able to shave 1% off the ultimate APR that you get on a $100,000 business loan, how much are you saving versus how much are you paying NAV, okay, every single month? So this is the kind of calculus I want you to think about. I want you to think about what NAV is, how NAV is adding value to you versus what they're really charging you. And another thing I want you to think about also is to think about how long do you need NAV? How long are you going to use the service? Are you going to use the service for 6 months, 1 year? What we have seen in our experience, on the personal side, you don't really need to have NAV, but on the business side, it's really worth it. Really, really worth it. Because when you think about the benefits versus the cost, is really, really worth it. And $40, $50, $60, consider it a normal business expense, an operational expense you can write off come tax time. Okay, so if you're spending $50 to sort of polish up your business credit, it's really worth it. Because if a lender is charging you 10% APR on a $100,000 loan versus 9%, you will be saving a lot more cash. And this is way more than the $50 you're giving now. You are giving now every single month. So this is the kind. So I really want you to really analyze NAV's pricing model through the prism of risk versus rewards. How much am I paying versus how much value am I deriving from this NAV product? Very important to think about that. Thinking about added value, let's dig a little deeper to understand that NAV actually helps you elevate your business to the next level when you really think about it. Because hey, if you're able to get better loans with the better terms and conditions, larger lines of credits with better terms and conditions, you are able to know exactly how much you could qualify for. Okay, and so what NAV does is that NAV is helping you build your business credit, but also making sure that you are able to get a positive trade line. You're able to get positive trade lines from major suppliers and vendors and lenders and whatnot. Okay, and NAV is actually helping you report your positive transactional data to all the major commercial credit bureaus. We're speaking about Dun & Bradstreet. We're speaking about Experian. We're speaking about Equifax. So this is really important. So you're able to actually, and on top of that, what we love about NAV is that they also give you actionable cash flow insights that help you make smarter decisions. Let me just break it down. NAV does have something called cash flow tool. So they have a cash flow tool that allows you to plan your business strategy with cash flow. So we're speaking about cash inflows and cash outflows. So basically everything related to your statement of cash flow, your liquidity trends within your business. We're speaking about revenue. We're speaking about spending charts that track your business performance all the time. Over 1 quarter, over 1 month, over 6 months, over 1 year. So you do have this trend analysis. You do have this delta. You do have this sort of a retrospective versus prospective analysis. So you know what works, what doesn't work. This is really important. Okay, you have insights on how your business data aligns with what lenders are looking for. This is the kind of a value that NAV is adding. This is what I was just talking to you about earlier. So don't measure just the cost. Okay. By the way, boss, I'm still speaking to you. I'm giving you an in-depth review of NAV Business Boost and all the ancillary services, okay, that come with it. And it's also important to understand that you need to know which aspects of your credit lenders are watching. Remember that through NAV, you are able to get the same data lenders look at in your dashboard. All paid plans give you full business credit profiles, which show you exactly how to improve. Whether we're speaking about IntelliScore Plus V2, that's Experian. Whether we're speaking about Dun & Bradstreet Paydex, that's Dun & Bradstreet. If it is about the Equifax Business Delinquency Score, whether it is FICO SBSS, Experian Vantage Score 3.0, TransUnion Vantage Score 3.0. So those are really important. You're able to safeguard your credit also because all paid plans offer a full suite of identity protection and restoration services from industry specialists. We're speaking about identity restoration. We're speaking about lost wallet replacement. We're speaking about $1 million identity theft insurance. So hey, the bottom line here is that when you think about this NAV Business Boost, you don't have just the business credit solutions. You also have personal credit solutions. So you have some kind of an all-in-one sort of process. You have an all-in-one offer. This is just fantastic. Let's talk about suitability. The thing is, when you sit down and you're probably thinking, what do I really need NAV for? And listen, this is a legit question because you're going to pay for something. You need to understand that the value added here. And based on our analysis, NAV is great for building business credit because it does provide essential tools to develop your business credit profile that lenders can trust. And one of these tools include establishing trade lines, a record of activity for any type of credit extended to a borrower and reported to a credit reporting agency. Okay, credit bureaus use trade lines as an important part of how they calculate a borrower's business credit report. So you have NAV is also great for accessing 24/7 credit alerts. So alert notifications are great because if there are key changes that occur in your account, such as new inquiries, inconsistencies, and suspicious activity detected on your credit reports. Okay, so NAV benefits are really fantastic. You have personal and business credit information. You have multiple credit bureaus. You have identity protection. You have credit education. So NAV regularly works with the U.S. Small Business Administration and local small business development centers to host presentations, webinars, and more. Now, there are some drawbacks that you need to really think about. So there are no free trials most of the time. So NAV does not offer a free trial on its premium accounts, but it has a free standard account that provides a couple of free services, including credit monitoring. And they only have 2 bureaus for personal reporting most of the time. So if your objective was also to have personal credit reporting from all the major credit bureaus, unfortunately, NAV does not provide Equifax, even with the paid plans. Customers are limited to full personal credit reports and scores from Experian and TransUnion. This is on the personal side. I just want to specify that, okay? But overall, when I talk about the benefits, personal and business credit information, fantastic. Okay, so you will know your personal and business credit scores. You have the ability to pull from multiple credit bureaus. You have the identity protection. So overall, long story short, you do have it. Again, it's really suitable if the offer from NAV, if their products and services align with the goals that you currently have, okay? Which is what? If you want to build your business credit, if you want to build your personal credit, if you want to access your score 24/7, if you want to, let's say, if you want to be shielded when it comes to identity protection, if you seek education, you want to boost your education when it comes to credit in general, then NAV is a great candidate for you. Okay, NAV is one of the best players for you at this moment when it comes to reaching those goals. One thing I want to say here is that, again, make sure you always analyze whatever value NAV is providing to you versus how much you're paying for it. I mean, this is how you should analyze what we call value added in general, because if you focus only on the price, you will miss the point. Okay, don't do that. Let me actually dig a little deeper by giving you details. Okay, it's important to understand how NAV actually works, so you can actually do things a lot better. One thing I want to say here is that there are factors contributing to the overall rating that you see on NAV. And it's really important to understand what those factors are. So, account opening. So, though there are no eligibility requirements to use the NAV service, you will need to provide the necessary information, including business name, business or personal address, and social security number to create an account. So, depending on the account you sign up for, you may need to provide additional information. So, to get started, you need to visit the NAV website and click Get Started. You need to fill in the information as prompted. You need to select your appropriate package, okay, whether you want the free standard account, the business boost, or the business loan builder, depending on the states you're applying from, because in some states the business loan builder is not available. Okay, so for the business boost actually is great for business owners looking to boost business credit and gain access to better financing. For the business loan builder, if available, is ideal for those looking for large dollar financing options. Okay, so those are really things you need to think about. And the features, NAV accounts features vary depending on the plan, but the key features include: you have a tri-bureau business reporting and monitoring, you have 24/7 business and personal credit alerts, you have cash flow tracking alerts and insights. Okay, and you are able to dispute. So those three are available to all accounts, regardless of payment or no payment. Now, here are the features that are available to paid accounts only. You can dispute errors on the business credit reports. You have identity protection and restoration. You have $1 million identity theft insurance. You have lost wallet replacement. And available to Business Boost and Business Loan Builder accounts only. You can build business credit with trade line reporting. So when paying for NAV, account payments are registered as a new trade line every month, and you are alerted when the trade line appears on your report. And NAV trade lines actually tend to appear after 14 to 45 days. Okay, and so available to small business loan builder accounts only. You have the FICO Small Business Scoring Service, the SBSS score. So this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about disputing errors on the business credit reports, remember that you are able to review and correct inaccuracies on your credit report by easily submitting and tracking disputes online. Let's also talk about other features that you will need. So NAV actually provides credit monitoring. They provide credit building, okay? And so it's important to understand that NAV credit monitoring is as accurate as the information from the credit bureaus themselves. So NAV doesn't have like some kind of magic ball, whatever. So they can actually help you do something that is extraordinary. No, they are actually providing information that is they're pulling from the credit bureaus themselves. So NAV offers access to credit reports from the major bureaus, which is beneficial if you were to ask us, because your credit report can be different depending on which credit bureau you use, okay? And for credit building, NAV identifies places where a business can take action to improve its score. And depending on whether or not it takes those action, the score can improve. In the case of trade lines, which are an important part of building business credit, NAV's Credit Builder tool does that automatically for small businesses. And so if you really think about it, a strong business credit profile opens up avenues to better financing for your business and business relationships, making it a lot easier for you to run and grow a business. What about customer service? So the easiest way to contact NAV is through their website support page. You can also call NAV's customer support team at 855-226-8388 to access services. It's important to know that the NAV's customer support team makes efforts to reach out to clients when a payment method fails, but they do this to ensure consistent reporting of your NAV's trade line, and you are automatically eligible for this service if you are on a paid account. Okay, and you also need to understand that the whole process is very safe. Okay, so they have a privacy policy that covers how they collect and uses your personal information. So the policy also states that third parties will not be allowed to collect information without your prior permission. And NAV does not share without your permission or sell any information. Okay, and NAV also keeps your data safe with bank level security and 256-bit encryption. So whether or not NAV is right for you, it depends on your situation. If you're looking to raise capital, or let's say you want to refinance a loan to a more favorable rate and term, maintain good credit relationships, grow your business, and get cash flow guidance, then NAV is for you. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I just spoke to you about, I gave you an in-depth review of NAV. So I give you an overview, the features, the pricing, the added value, the suitability, and the details. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.